Can you tell I was hoping this movie to be better than Dragon Ball Evolution? At least better than Dragon Ball Evolution? I know a lot of you may have saw my, last year's video of me talking about Dragon Ball Evolution, only for a good reason for that time. Because of Akira Toriyama's death that year. I know, I have to mention that, sorry. But unfortunately, 15 years of Last Airbender. And 15 years, I remember everything I saw in Last Airbender when I first saw it. I was really hoping for this movie to be at least promisingly good. But seeing the casting choices for Last Airbender, I said to myself, what the hell are you people doing? Like, what the hell are you people doing? All I can tell you, Last Airbender, what the hell were you people thinking? I know I sound like angry video game nerd, like saying, what the... Yeah, you know, don't you say angry video game nerd, you know what he says. What were they thinking? But yes, I know. Moment I sat, be honest to God, when we had the Regal Theater at the Fenway era in Boston, believe it or not, I can't tell you how packed that theater was. That goddamn theater was packed as hell. We had four girls. One dressed as Zuko, one dressed as Suki, one dressed as Toph, and another one dressed as Katara. And pretty much, people were hoping for this movie to be good. And we're saying, well, M. Night Shyamalan, well, I wouldn't trust him with his own movies because he kind of sometimes sucks with his own movies. But we're talking about M. Night Shyamalan after he did The Happening. What? No. Yeah, even though Mark Wahlberg hates that movie. Can't blame him, to be honest. Yeah, this is the time when M. Night Shyamalan's career was going. And in came the trailer for a movie he didn't direct, but produce. And in comes Devil. I cannot tell you how many boos how many people were booing the moment they saw M. Night Shyamalan's name in the trailer of Devil. They were like, boo, you suck! Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, people were really had it out for M. Night Shyamalan because of Last Airbender. And honestly, that could have been a sign telling me, oh, this movie is going to be shit. I mean, now I know a lot of you may complain saying I'm going to compare this to Dragon Ball Evolution. But I'm sorry to tell you, this took what Dragon Ball Evolution did and made it even dumber. Now, if I do meet M. Night Shyamalan at a con or whatever, or maybe somewhere in the city of Boston or wherever he's chilling, I just want to ask him a question. Why did you change Aang's name to Aang? No, really, why did you change Aang's name to Aang? Sokka's name to Sokka? Iroh's name to Iroh? Now, I gotta say, mispronouncing the word avatar because of the blue turd that's called, Avatar. Which, just so you know, I've not seen Avatar 2 Way of Water. And I don't think I ever going to be motivated to see that movie, or even motivated to see the next Avatar movie from James Cameron. But all I just wanted to say is, maybe this was a sign telling me, maybe this movie was going to be bad either way. Now, let me take you back to 2010. 2010 was the year I had two movies. Two. One I was hyped for and one I was not hyped for. The one I was not hyped for was the Jaden Smith Karate Kid movie. I cannot tell you how bad my opinion was going to be for that movie before I saw it. But yes, I know a lot of you are probably saying. So it's kind of weird how the movie I wasn't hyped for is the movie I now like. And the movie I was hyped for is now the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm really dead serious. I was ready. I mean, ready to hate the Jaden Smith Karate Kid movie. I mean, ready as hell. Like, if I even hear a dumbass line, I'm like, oh, I'm throwing my candy. I'm throwing my candy. If it's a shitty dumbass line, I'm throwing my damn candy. I'm throwing my mother frickin' damn candy at the screen. I don't care if I hit someone. And moment in comes, dude, I'm from Detroit. Oh. I mean, what's up? Yeah, moment I was ready. I cannot tell you guys how ready I was to hate on the Jaden Smith Karate Kid movie. And to its credit, it's not my favorite movie of all time. But Last Airbender, I was hyped. Like, the movie looked way better than what Dragon Ball Evolution did. I know a lot of you may say to yourself, Alex, we get it. We know you hate Dragon Ball Evolution. I know a lot of you know I hate Dragon Ball Evolution. All you out there, it's no secret that you know I hate Dragon Ball Evolution. But does this mean I like Dragon Ball Evolution comparing it to Last Airbender? Hell no! Hell frickin' no, people. Dragon Ball Evolution and Last Airbender, this is how I can say it. And I think it's one thing I can compare it to. It's more like, pick your poison. Would you rather get unalived by a knife? Or rather you get unalived by a chainsaw, unaliving you? That's how I compare Dragon Ball Evolution and Last Airbender. Yeah, pick your poison. Whatever hurts the least or hurts the worst. But either way, I know you're probably saying, oh, you're finally saying what YouTube people are now saying nowadays. Because, yeah, I might as well join in. But either way, boy, was I really disappointed in this movie. I was beyond disappointed. Now, of course, another thing I've always hated about Last Airbender, and that's this. Why not get some dark-skinned people to play Katara and Sokka and their grandmother? I'm like, I don't understand why you got two white kids, nothing against white people, but two white kids to play two dark-skinned people. Now this is something I always keep saying about Last Airbender, and I know most of you also say the same thing. If you wanted to get two dark-skinned people, or you just didn't think, like, this is what the one thing I keep saying about M. Night. M. Night, Sokka and Katara are two dark-skinned kids. Why not get two black kids? Like, seriously, why not get two damn black kids to play Sokka and Katara? It would make more sense. Maybe not two black kids. Since you're an Indian director, I keep saying this. Why not have two Indian kids to play Sokka and Katara? I mean, you're an Indian director, dude. You could have found two teenage, Indian kids to play Sokka and Katara. It's like, why, dude? And also, I can care less about Aang being played by Noah Ringer. And here's a fact: Noah Ringer was kind of going through the whole Jake Lloyd thing. Yes, I know. I know many people who compare this movie to The Phantom Menace. They compare Noah Ringer to Jake Lloyd. And also with the guy who plays Sokka as Hayden Christensen. But heck, everybody's done with the whole prequel hate. I mean, yes, I can agree with you guys now. I can understand why people love the prequels, and I can understand why people don't hate the prequels anymore, but hate the Disney Star Wars. But since I brought that up, shit. You guys know who also produced this movie, right? You guys also know who also produced this movie? Who's from Lucasfilm? Or should I say the head of Lucasfilm? Yes, the lady who now says the Force is female herself, Kathleen Kennedy. Look it up on IMDb. Kathleen Kennedy did produce this movie. Yeah, I don't need to say more. I don't need to say more. But what's my point? Well, as bad as this movie is, I can't name one good fight scene. I mean, I could say the fight scene with Zuko disguised as the Blue Spirit in the Airbending Temple where all the Fire Nation people trap Aang, or I mean, yes, I know a lot of things I can compare, but I would say that's the only good fight scene, because at least, and the fight scene with Aang and Zuko in that one room where Aang's doing the Tom and Jerry thing, being behind Zuko. But either way, what else can I really say? Well, I can tell you this. Hold on. Last Airbender, 2010. Well, for one thing, I can't agree with Rotten Tomatoes on this one. Still 5% on the critic score, 30% on the audience score. Damn, people really hated this movie. I can care less about that, but honestly, what's my basically point of this video? As much as you can make a live action movie, and I'm sure a lot of people are probably saying the same thing about the live action show on Netflix. I haven't seen it, but haven't heard much good things about it. Honestly, God, I haven't. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. But until I get a Netflix account, I'll probably watch it when I get a chance, or something about it, or whatever. But if you guys are going to leave a comment saying you're not missing anything, I will take your word for it and stick with the one show I know is great. The one show I know will always be great, no matter what other live action movie, new show, or even live action show you start doing. I'm gonna let you know one thing. You're never gonna beat the original show. The original show is definitely something you need to stick with. It's still good. It's still good throughout this day. And many times as I watch it, as time goes on, to quote Sinead O'Connor, nothing compares to you. I know. But either way, all I can tell you, And also, I still remember that one person in the end. I know I mentioned this in all these videos, but I know it's been 15 years since then. God, I still remember that one person who stood up from the top of their lungs and screamed, "You suck, M. Night!" I'm not even kidding. I still remember that. I still remember that. It's still going to be in my head. Maybe in the time I'm hit 60, it'll probably escape out of my head or whatever. But either way, I don't know. All I can say is, stick with Avatar: The Last Airbender. The show, the cartoon, and that's it. It's still good. If you haven't picked up the book of the show, definitely go for it. And I know I did get a lot of hate talking shit about Legend of Korra. Listen, guys, I know you're Legend of Korra fans, but I still stick with my statement. I'm sorry, I still stick with my statement. Korra is overrated, but if you're still a fan of it, you know what? Good for you. Keep loving what you love. Keep doing what you do. And that's all I can basically say. But all I can tell you, like I said, Dragon Ball Evolution and Last Airbender, pick your poison, and that's it. That's all I can basically say. So, let me clean this face paint stuff that's on my forehead. And, as always, well, I know I said I was going to stick to the promises I said I was going to keep for this month. So, in the next video, I'm going to stick to the promise I said I was going to make, and I now will make this promise become a reality, and that is the video on Chris Stuckman. I know I have my apologies for delaying that. A lot of things has happened, but all I can just tell you, I will finally make that video. And with that being done and said, Vertical Spy, outro. Next video. And one last comment I want to mention. The person you see in the end of this video is the real Steve Blum. Voice of Spike, Tom, and many other voice acting characters he's done. So, definitely listen to him when he says, Steve?
Yo, Steve Blum here, voice of Spike Spiegel. Remember to subscribe and get vertical.